Beautiful. I feel very well. My niece is asleep. Blessed be, please spirit, ancestors, guides, angels, please be at my side to protect and watch over myself, those around me, those observing and those passing through me. Please guard against any negative energies or ill intent, seen or unseen, send back to the centre of their place of origin and be bound as well as somewhere to be. Blessed be. Thank you. Good morning. I hope you guys are good out there. Let's get a quick read on this morning. Oh, she's crashed out. Okay. Would you like me to share theories? Music, okay, cool. So listen to music. There could be some messages hidden in music, okay? It's quite cool too, like when you listen to it and you do make a connection with it. It can give you some sort of clarification or peace of mind as well. So definitely they are letting you know that it can lift your soul, of course, and rekindle memories. Good memories, of course, but it could also be someone else that you might be thinking of. That could be, don't ask me how this works, but basically it can be, the lyrics within the song can be someone else's higher conscious thoughts, yeah? So, or feelings as well. So, yeah, if you're wanting to sort of tune in, don't choose the songs though, don't choose the music. It has to just play random, yeah? If you hear a song and it reminds you of something, then that might be a message, yeah? So they're saying listen to music here. Cool? Okay. Anything else? Oh, we got two. Temptation. Okay, so are you in denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. So if you're dealing with anything that you, an unhealthy habit basically, whatever that is, whether that's overspending, overeating, overindulgence, you know, everything in moderation, be honest with yourself about it. Ask for support with it. Ask for, yeah, I've done this myself and yeah, I'm clean. So it does work, yeah. Which is really cool. You'll be able to overcome it, yeah. I might be gradual, but you'll get there if you keep putting it at the forefront for a start of something that you really want to get on top of, but ask them for support as well, okay? Look at a book. Oh, cool. This one comes through yesterday, not in the reading I uploaded, but this is very cool. I did do this. I shared this yesterday with the and it was Revelations. It's not. What did I say? No. Yeah, it is. Is it? No, it's New Testament. What was I calling it? Testimony. See how terrible I am with Bibles and stuff. All work in progress. Anyway, look at a book. Okay, I did it again last night, and oh my gosh. You just find the book and don't pay attention. Don't just go open it to wherever, yeah, wherever it leads you to. Open it. Close your eyes even and do it. And you'll be fucking amazed at what you read, okay? So I did that last night again with a different book this time. And 3 times that I did it, opened it, each time was specifically linked to something that I needed confirmation around, okay? Or something that was just like, just confirmed that, yeah, cool, this is definitely something that I have been needing to get some sort of confirmation around, but also something that was more some more needed information to add to my kete, to add to my basket of knowledge, yeah? So yeah, so do that. It definitely works. Look in a book, listen to the music, and if you have a temptation here, an unhealthy habit, and if it's definitely one that you feel guilty about, yeah, then yeah, you're gonna know the answers to that. It might be time to have a look at that and ask for support around it. Yeah, ask your guides, ask your angels. Okay, let's get one more. Well, let's see one more, but okay. Okay, so they want you, so they got a few messages for you today. Yay, cool. Moderation at the bottom of the deck as well. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthfully. Although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. Okay, so don't be hard on yourself, yeah, because that just reinforces the unhealthy habit or the unhealthy behavior. guilt, okay? Guilt is a big drive. It's a big driving force, yeah. It loves to fuel our unhealthy habits or behaviours. That guilt, yeah. Okay, and fear, obviously, of not being able to make the change. Okay, so we've got here protection. I'll start with that first. So you've got protection, okay? The fairies of protection are shielding you with a magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. Okay, so practice psychic protection. Okay, so go look this up. You can visualize a shield, yeah, a protection shield around you. You can also call on the angels, like archangels as well, to also stand with you and protect you anytime that you are trying to communicate or do divination or any sort of spiritual work. You can ask for the protection. You can ask them to be there to support you with that. Protection work, candles, yeah, crystals and incense, yeah, sage. What else is there? Where was that at? So sage, obviously you can get in all sorts, so like you can get big ones, you can get smaller ones. White sage also in the incense sticks. Palo Santo, and Sagurama is also another one that you can use too that can help with cleansing and protection. Also, black candles are good for protection. They say not to use them too often. They are something that you should only use now and then. Like, don't have it just burning all day or whatever. Like this one, these last for hours. Yeah, I like to get the big white candles because they last for a really long time. All different types of candles that you can get. Ones that are smokeless, ones that don't drip. Candle flames also indicate certain things as well, the way they flicker, if it's tall flame, if it's crackling. There's lots of different meanings behind candles too, which can give you a sense of your environment, what's the energy in your space as well. Also obviously head pieces can also help to protect you in your crown chakra, your third eye as well, okay? But these protections, so they want you to shield. They are shielding you as well. They are here and they are shielding you. That's what they want you to know. They're shielding you with a ring of love and light. And practice, yeah, they want you to practice the protection before embarking upon any spiritual work, okay? Obsidian crystals, obviously, too, I love to use. But you can get heaps of, what do we got? You can get heaps of different resources, yeah, lots of resources that can help with all of this kind of stuff, yeah, different potions and whatever, sage and, I don't know, different herbs and things like that you can also have that can help with protection too. Smoke is a big deterrent of negative energy, okay, so they call it sacred sage smoke. It's the smoke that does a lot of the cleansing. And the more the better, obviously, because it's a lot more stronger, okay? But you can practice all sorts of different, you can practice lots of different, you can go and buy these kinds of things, these books, yeah? So a beginner's guide to activities and exercises to unlock your psychic skills. These will no doubt always have information that help you to make sure that you're doing it in a way that's going to keep you safe at the same time, yeah? Again, fear fuels negativity, okay? So if you're feeling low vibe, I can feel when there's entities around. I get the cold, I get the hairs, I get the fucking creepy vibe, definitely, okay? My intuition kicks off and I can definitely feel when there's negative energies around or entities around. So just tune in and make sure that you are doing it in a safe way, is what they are saying here. Okay, what else do we got? We've got wait for winter. So during the colder months, the fairy queen of winter will help you manifest your most heartfelt wishes, as long as your intentions are for the highest good of all. It's all about the intentions, right? Making sure that our intentions are not just about ourselves. Yeah, that if we want $1 million, what are we going to do with that? What's your intention with that? Because if your intention's to go and blast it on something that is not meaningful or not going to serve a bigger purpose, like that could help others, and this is not what is that, it's not just an exclusive. It can be just your family if that's what needs to be done, if that's where you're at that time, and it's just I need extra support in this, and I want to manifest some money so I can support my family. That's totally fine, yeah. Because as you heal and your family heal, or your family get what they need, the resources that they need, then that's going to better equip them, which is healing them, which helps to heal the rest of the collective, right? Because when we heal ourselves, we're healing everyone else at the same time, yeah. Because we're raising our consciousness, which goes into the collective conscious, yeah. We're helping to raise the vibration to a higher vibration of the collective conscious, yeah. So don't feel that if it's just you and yours, that's, you know, not good enough or anything like that, okay? It's like I said, it's the intention, and as long as it's not of greed and it's not of yeah, to do something like illy with it, which who knows, I'm sure there's lots of people that would come up with something ridiculous, then they'll come through for you, yeah. They'll work with you, they'll support you, especially when it's to help other energies, yeah. If it's for more than just yourself, yeah, then they love that. That's the vibe, that's the higher that's the positive vibration we want to be on, okay. Sharing, sharing is caring. All right. Yeah, so that's your messages from the fairies today. I quite like these are a lot more uplifting, which I'm trying to. There's someone out there who someone that I watch who's decided to either take a time out or quit tarot in general, because of the lower vibrations that come through with it. So yeah, it's something I have been thinking about, that I don't want to be fueling the lower vibrations by constantly speaking to the lower vibrations, but at the same time, if it's coming through, then it's something that spirit needs to come through and to be spoken to. So whether that gives confirmation or support or some sort of advice or something like that in regards to what might be going on out there. Like, I've answered a couple of questions, and I will do my best to do that. I'm not doing personal readings at the moment, and that's purely because my 5-year-old is not in any sort of outside facility, like not in a day. Well, he's too old for daycare now, but he's not at a school at the moment, and that's just because of our own personal reasons for this. And so until he's ready, and until we find a school that suits him as well, then that's where it's at. And it's not fair for me to be doing personal readings when I can't dedicate undistracted time to it for you guys, okay? So that's why I haven't done it yet, but this is in the process. It's definitely something that will come, is going to come in. It's just making sure that I do it in the way that's going to be fair on everybody as well, yeah? Okay. What else was there? But in the meantime, I will try and answer questions as we go, which I have. I think last night I put a few suggestions down as well. Also, bear in mind, the main thing is follow your intuition always, yeah? You guys are your best therapists, you're your best counsellors, okay? We can give advice, but you ultimately are the one that knows yourself the best. And if you're having, the best thing for you to do is to learn how to train yourself, learn how to tap into your intuition a lot more and tune into your own body, yeah? So start with the chakras. I'll always put out there the chakras is a really good starting base, okay? It's something that's very a lot more simple to grasp, okay? Is the basic chakras, not all 88,000 of them, there's so many of them, probably more than that, but just start with the basics, yeah, and start healing your chakras. That's the best thing I can say first and foremost. And you'll learn a lot when you look up the chakras online, okay? And like I have always said, algorithms, that's how our guides, that's how energy works. Anything that you're led to through intuition, anything that piques your interest, piques your mind, you're drawn to reading it online, an article, a video, watch it, read it, do that, because that is them also supporting you, your ancestors, your guides. They're also guiding you to that, okay? Because they can manipulate energy, so they can in that way give us our clues like that, just like with numerology, with numbers, yeah? That's also another way that they can get messages to us, okay, rather than directly I guess because they can't directly, or unless you're tapped in enough, then they can. But what else is there? Just take notice of those synchronicities, those uncanny moments. Yeah, like, well, that was odd, and yeah, you'll know what I mean by that. But to start with the chakras, yeah, and start your best weapon, your best form of defense for yourself is to train yourself. Yeah, yeah. Okay, we'll leave it at that. What else have we got? Please, Spirit. What's happening for the collective here? Oh, life is speeding up. Okay, cool. So you could be feeling like things are progressing a lot quicker, possibly. Antelope Spirit. Get another one. There is always enough. Yeah, koi fish spirit. And time for a deep dive. Okay, we'll get one more. And be peace. Yeah, the dove. Okay, so we got swan spirit. Time for a deep dive, and then dove spirit, be peace. Okay, so deep dive, go within. Yeah, start digging in, start exploring, start questioning. And then hummingbird spirit, be here now, be present, be peace. There's always enough. Okay, we'll get a bit more details here. What's the energy? Thank you. Yeah, so do with growth here. Okay, life is speeding up in terms of your own growth, your personal growth here. Beautiful. Okay. Interesting. Oh, so there has been confusions and illusions. So it could be coming to terms with that we have all been under illusion. That illusion of that there's not enough in this world here for all of us. You know, that real lack mindset or that poverty mindset. You could be combating that now. Yeah. What's the word? If I want to say unpatterning, but that doesn't, well, it kind of does make sense, but doesn't make sense. It's not the best word to describe it, but it's undoing all the conditioning, basically, yeah, and retraining your brain, retraining your mind, retraining your thinking, reprogramming, actually is what it is. It's unprogramming, unplugging from what you did know to reprogramming a new way of thinking, a new way of believing, a new way of seeing, which is that there is enough. Okay, there always is enough. Act as if you already have, yeah. But this could be, we'll specify, because I'm feeling this is in regards to something specific, but it may just be your higher self activation. I was going to say that it could be just your growth in general, your personal growth here. Time for a deep dive. Time to uncover your subconscious, unconscious, subconscious, unconscious, and subconscious, basically the same thing. It's like a sleep mode. It's like an autopilot. It's like tunnel vision. It's very much like totally oblivious, yeah, to the illusions, basically. The facade that we've all been under with the economic system, all systems, a lot of systems, the 3D world in general, yeah, and going within yourself and exploring what spirituality is. There's no rules in spirituality. There's a whole lot that goes with it in terms of like detachment and what is detaching, and learning that you are a soul within a vessel. They talk about the coolest one, the recent one that I learned from the Eckhart Tolle was around find death before death finds you. And what that means, so when you think of when you go into a sleep state, when you're heading off to sleep, it's that ultimate feeling of just bliss, right? Yeah, when we're about to go to sleep, about to fall into a sleep, you're tired, yeah. And so that feeling that you get, so that is something that we can accomplish, right, when we're exhausted, when we're tired though, of course. But when we sleep, we're dead. Yeah, we're dead to the world. We're not active. Yeah, so basically, for a moment of time, we're dead. Yeah. So, and that's when we are most connected to divine, is when we are asleep. Yeah, this is why we get the downloads during the nighttime as well. At night while we're sleeping or in our dreams, because that is when we are in basically a state of death. Yeah, we're basically dead. We're still breathing, so that the motor skill or the survival instinct is still there. But in terms of any activity, thinking and stuff like that, there's a moment during your sleep, especially in a deep sleep, where you are not active. Okay, so you're not awake, you're not alive, you're not conscious, all that kind of stuff. So what they say is to basically on a day-to-day basis be in a space of that bliss, yeah, that feeling, that as if you're going into a sleep, yeah, that just that ultimate like nice feeling, but consciously, yeah, while you're here present, yeah, um and that connection there is with spirit, yeah, and that's the that's the vibe that you get when you're connected to spirit, is that ultimate bliss, that ultimate like I'm alright, I'm gonna be fine. um it's each to their own. Everyone can describe it how it feels for them in their own way. What else was there? So it's being conscious of taking a step back and being connected to divine, which is detached from, because again, when you're asleep, you're dead, right? So when you're in this space like this, you're basically dead as well. Yeah, you're detached from the 3D realm. You're detached from these things that don't really actually matter at the end of the day. What does matter is within, yeah. And then you don't take things so personally as well. Things that happen don't impact the same anymore. How do I explain it? Meditation will help you to go into that somber, into that feeling, yeah. And it's just as powerful as taking substances, if you're into substances. Not everybody would be, but you get the gist of it, that euphoric feeling that we can get from certain substances, or that feeling of peace of mind if you use cannabis, how that can take your mind off things and make you feel better. Healing, yeah, cannabis can help make you not feel sick anymore, all that kind of stuff, that nausea, all that. Going into that state can help with your healing. Literally, it can heal you from within, yeah, because you're not in a state of anxiety, you're not in a state of pent up stress and tension and all that kind of stuff that wreaks havoc on the rest of the body. So what am I saying here? So it's time to start exploring this stuff, okay? Just as I am. I'm still learning every day, yeah? And my ability to convey it is so much so, yeah? Because there's so much to learn. But yeah, interesting that it is. It's, yeah, you'll have to go, there's that link under the Lightworkers video of the one before the last one. So go have a look, because you'll see, go in the comments and you'll see in the comment section somewhere that there's a link there. Or just go YouTube Eckhart Tolle, yeah, as well. He's a very, very knowledgeable, very wise energy. But this is what they're saying here. It's time to do this. It's time to activate. It's time to uncover who you are, yeah, and connected to this world, connected to spirit, the essence of you, the core of you, yeah. Okay, let's be peace. Thank you. Yeah, commitment. Be committed to this, because this is going to heal you. It's going to heal you, and it's going to heal your children. It's going to heal your loved ones around you. It's going to heal also wider. It's going to help with the rest of the world, obviously, because as you raise your consciousness, then you're helping to raise the collective consciousness. But it's also going to cleanse your path moving forward and your lineage moving forward, the next generations moving forward, yeah, when you start to do this work here. we'll go down the spiritual path here. I was going to speak to something else, but I'll leave that. And that when we do the chakras and we start to heal our chakras, we're actually healing intergenerational curses, yeah, family curses, down our mother lines as well, the lineage of our mother lines, the whole hierarchical, patriarchal, way that we've been conditioned under, for a really long time. You're going to be healing that there, and then you're going to be demonstrating that to whoever is around you also, yeah. Just off your vibration, yeah, just off your energy. You don't need to even speak to anything. It's just your energy alone is enough to provide healing to others as well. What else is there? But yeah, it looks like that this is where it's at. This is what they are saying here, is to dig in. Get out from under these illusions here. There is always enough here. Have that mindset, there's always enough. And go within here and start activating your higher self. Start raising your consciousness. Raising consciousness is just learning. Yeah. You've got to go within to go up. Yeah. To level up, you've got to go within yourself. And within yourself is digging into your traumas. It's digging into who you are and how you came to be who you are today. And then you're better able to tweak things that are contributing to maybe circumstances that you're not so satisfied with at this time, yeah. And you can do that through the chakras, because each chakra has a key component that contributes to your life, yeah. Whether that is to do with your self-esteem, then it could be around your solar plexus area, your like having confidence, anxiety. That's why we get anxiety and we feel it in our stomach areas, or here anyway. That's the solar plexus, the yellow one. Our heart space, obviously, if we've been heartbroken in the past, over and over, whenever, by whoever, yeah, inclusive of family, friends, romantic partners as well, then our heart space gets guarded, it gets blocked over time, right? Our throat chakra, if we haven't been able to speak our mind freely because we've been attacked because of it, then we shut that down. Look at that. See, every time I speak to the throat chakra, this is what happens, which is it's quite crazy. But this is how connected it is. Yeah, this is how connected we are. And so it's being able to really speak your mind, which if you're not aligning, if your solar plexus is not is blocked as well, then that's going to make it much more difficult for you to be able to use your throat chakra, because that's anxiety. So if you've got anxiety, it's going to be blocking your throat chakra, right? Because you're not going to be able to speak your mind if you're sitting in a state of anxiety, right? And then also, obviously, your third eye. What else was there? Throat chakra, third eye, and then the crown, which is your connection to divine, the grid and all that. Yeah, the akasha, the records, the collective consciousness as well, 3 to 6 meters above our heads. Yeah. Third eye is like the all-seeing eye, yeah. There's the pineal gland that is in your brain. Literally, it is a piece of matter, whatever, within your brain here, okay. Fluoride calcifies it, yeah. We've been encouraged to drink fluoride for years. Everything that they have told us to do is what you don't do, yeah, on a large scale, okay. The societal conditioning I'm talking about as well. If you've raised traditionally, then obviously I'm not talking about that, because that's your culture, that's your traditions. Yeah, we're not here about that. I'm talking about the overall general standards that society places on us, yeah, in different parts of the world, and each to their own, because each country is going to have their own, each town, each city, each village, whatever, are all going to have their own customs, rituals, traditions, things like that, ways of thinking, belief systems, value systems, all that, yeah. So each to their own, but pick and choose what sits with you. You have the right to do so, yeah. Give yourself the freedom to make your own choices here. What else is there? And spirituality does not necessarily mean going to church, yeah. If you're adverse to like I remember, like, if I could go back and apologize to how ignorant that I was towards people that knock on doors, ones that go around sharing, the gospel, so ignorant, and it must be so challenging, because I was very much that my ego, if I don't see it, I don't believe it. Yeah, well, obviously now I know that you got to believe it to see it. So, um, you know, I don't get caught up in each different belief or each. I'm a bit of this and I'm a bit of that. I don't have any. I just take what resonates. I take what feels right for me. Yeah. And when I think of my DNA, I am Maori, yes, to my culture here, yes, in New Zealand, absolutely. But I've got DNA that comes from Scotland. I've got DNA that comes from Portuguese. I've got DNA that's from France. You know, like I'm all over the place. I don't have just one specific DNA within me, let alone all the past lives that I've also lived too that go right back, right? So all my past life experiences are all downloaded within my soul. That's all sitting within my spirit, right? That's the wisdom that my soul has collated over the life experiences that I've had in previous past lives, yeah? So all that is sitting within me as well. And that's what you're tapping into also, is your past life experiences and the wisdom, which, you know, which is why what makes us so unique as well. It makes us so different. Why some each have their own knowledge to share. Yeah, nobody is dumb. That's one of the biggest things that a lot of us need to realize, is we are not dumb. We are definitely not dumb. Yeah, everybody, like another one of our members, our tribe members, soul tribe members, had said, you know, we are reincarnated into this lifetime with a purpose. Yeah, a purpose that we agreed to and we chose to follow through with for a reason. Yeah, and if it was to be here for a split moment of time and then we were gone just like that, say a newborn baby come into this world and then was taken, then that soul was a soul that agreed to something for that purpose, to serve as a lesson or to serve as for some sort of reason. Okay, there's always a reason, and that is a plan or contract that soul agreed to before coming here. Just because it comes into a vessel and it looks like a new, and it starts off as a newborn baby and it's a newborn baby that passed away, that soul within that baby could have been fucking ancient. It could have had many past lives that it has lived, in long lives. Yeah, just as when this vessel dies this time, there'll be another round. Yeah, hopefully the next round will be a lot more prosperous and abundant, because a lot of the work has been done this round. But who knows, it depends, I guess, on what I agree to the next time. The next time I go back to whoever, the egg, go back to God, I don't know, whatever, the divine, however you want to explain it. Yeah. What else is there? Oh, and also one that I did last night, finally, is your birth charts. Your birth charts is definitely a key indicator on who you are, what makes you the way you are as well. Yeah, and this is why we say there's no it doesn't matter about your star sign at the end of the day, because although I'm a Virgo, yeah, my first house, which is my personality, like my strengths and my weaknesses, I've got Pluto planet. Okay, so Pluto the planet is regeneration. Yeah, it's transformation, it's rebirth. I'm strong in that because that is in my first house. Pluto is in my first house. What else is there? So I'm able to have a new approach. I'm able to have new perspectives. I look at things differently. That's also another part of me. I transform and I evolve my views and emerge with new outlooks of life. I'm continuously progressing, I guess, in a sense. And I get so far, and if it's not working for me anymore, I'll change my perspective and I'll roll with something else. Yeah, that's me naturally. That's in my first house. What else is there? So it's your personal brand, yeah, your first house here. What else is there? My true node, my north node, and my true node, which is my spiritual, it's my fate, what I'm fated for, and my spiritual purpose here, associated with karma, and as a product of what I've learnt in past lives, yeah? So mine is in Pisces a lot. So Pisces is twice in my first house. So Pluto, Pisces, and Scorpio. When you look at Pisces, that's a very intuitive sign, right? Very emotional, very intuitive, a very deep. You know what's funny is that mine is mostly water. A lot of my signs is water, yet I'm a earth sign. I'm a Virgo overall because of the time of my birth, like the month of my birth. But within me in my first house, I'm actually a water sign. I'm very heavy in water energy, which is quite, I found that really cool to learn. So this is more to, and it makes sense. It's like, oh, now I understand why I am able to adapt and make change. I can pick myself up. It's not always easy. There's a lot of work that goes in with it, of course. But now I understand why I'm so emotional. I understand, and it gave me more courage and confirmation that my emotions are my biggest strength here. Yeah, having empathy for others is a massive strength. It is the best strength that you can freaking have, man. What else is there? Even just the glyphs themselves, like 69 is the Cancer, so Cancer's strong in my first house as well. Again, it denotes connection to both the spirit realm and the physical. Yeah, so even our glyphs have specific meanings, like the M for Scorpio with the tail and the what do you call it, the barb. Yeah, M meaning, I think that's for growth, and the barb is basically the, what is it? Yeah, I'll let you know actually. It's creation and destruction. Yeah, so the M with the barb tail. So ability to hide in the dark and observe, but stay ready to deliver disabling stings. So stay in the hidden in the shadows, so we can look, we can step back and we can observe, but we're also ready to fucking go for it if we need to. Yeah, which is really cool because it is definitely a part of my personality. Yeah, so all these signs, the Pisces, the Cancer, the Scorpio, definitely is something that I resonate with. I'm like, oh, that makes sense as to why I am partly the way I am, of course. Yeah, and then of course you take into account the way you're raised, the beliefs and all that. Yeah, all the conditioning and all that kind of stuff too. What else is there? Yeah, so, and it talks about, so like Egypt, so the Cancer, the 69 in Egyptian glyph 2000 BC is actually symbolized by the scarab. So you can see that these things all relate to different cultures and different belief systems all over the world. Yeah, but I really encourage you to go and look up what your birth chart is, because although you might be a Virgo, a lot of you may actually be heavy in water or heavy in another element. Yeah, fire, passion, yeah, all that kind of stuff. I'll put down below actually under this reading what the link is so that you can go and get your birth chart yourself. Yeah, you definitely need the time that you were born, so to give you a head start from now, find out what time you were born, because that makes a massive difference. Okay, what's the time? Yeah, we'll leave it at that. I'll try and get another video in today and get a bit more specific and see what's coming through for you, but we'll leave it for this one for now. Okay, stay blessed, stay beautiful, like, share, subscribe, and I'll try check in with you guys again today. Alright then, bye.